Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Blackrock has just confirmed that trillions of dollars of assets will be tokenized. Over the last 12 months, we have heard from Larry Fink mentioning that tokenization is definitely the future. This is becoming a major part in focus of Blackrock. And so Blackrock has already invested $47 million into a tokenization company. And we are going to be talking more about that. You will want to make sure that you stay throughout the entire video, as I have some information that solidifies what is coming with Blackrock. We have news that was announced about a week ago that got lost with the tariff news last Friday, and I think this is being completely overlooked. If you enjoy this content, do me a favor and hit the like button, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will become a subscriber. Let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Now, as Larry Fink has said, every stock, every bond, every fund, and every asset can be tokenized. If they are, it will revolutionize investing, markets would not need to close, and transactions that currently take days would clear in seconds. Right now, tokenization of real-world assets on-chain is $34 billion, up 10% in the last 30 days, and we can see it's just continuing to grow. If we go ahead and take a look at the table down here, we can see that Securitize is number one at $4.5 billion, up 38% in the last 30 days. Securitize is the leader, right? They have been invested in by Morgan Stanley, by Blackrock. We had ARK Invest just announced that they are invested in Securitize. And there's something very interesting taking place that I think is worth paying attention to. If we take a look at the networks here, we can see here as well that we're starting to see a lot more transfer volume. $124 billion, up 66% in the last 30 days. We can see the stablecoin volume is at $3.82 trillion. We are seeing massive growth, up 23.5%. As I mentioned, Larry Fink's very bullish on tokenization. In the 2025 annual chairman's letter to investors, it was mentioned in this report here that tokenization is the future. This is where Blackrock is heading. If we take a look at this news here, we have Securitize, as I mentioned. Securitize is the number one platform for tokenized assets. Well, Securitize, a blockchain firm that tokenizes investments, is in talks to go public through a blank check company. This is through a SPAC. And why is this so big? We have Securitize that announced a $47 million strategic fund round led by Blackrock. This was back in 2024. In addition to that, we also had an announcement in June of 2021 that Morgan Stanley had a $48 million funding for Securitize. And in addition to this, we have Cathie Woods that also has a $10 million stake in Blackrock-backed Securitize. This was on October 7th. And so it starts getting really interesting, right? We can see here, this was announced on October 10th, and this got completely overlooked. This was when we saw Bitcoin dropping from $120,000 all the way down to about $103,000. We had a lot of fear in the markets, right? There was news coming out that the tariffs were being announced by Trump, and this got overlooked right here. This is absolutely massive for tokenization. We are going to be talking about a crypto company that is tokenizing billions in assets and partnered with Blackrock. There's also limited downside potential, which makes it very attractive to investors. Now, before we do that, I would like to take a look at this video clip here of Larry Fink.
I do believe we're just at the beginning of the tokenization of all assets, from real estate to equities to bonds across the board. There's $4.1 trillion of money sitting globally in digital wallets. A lot of that money is outside the United States. If we could tokenize an ETF, digitize that ETF, we could have investors who are just beginning to, invest in markets through, let's say, crypto. They're investing in it, but now we could get them into the more traditional long-term retirement products. So we look at that as the next wave of opportunity for Blackrock over the next tens of years, as we start moving away from traditional financial assets by repotting them in a digital manner, and then having people stay in that digital ecosystem.
And so as we can hear from Larry Fink there, we are at the beginning of tokenization of all assets. If we go ahead and take a look at this here, Securitize is the leader, partnered with Blackrock, and is possibly going to be going public through a SPAC. The SPAC is Cantor Equity Partners, CEPT. currently trading at $12.02. And so there's a lot of upside potential here. Now the great thing about this is it's a SPAC. With it being a SPAC, it has a floor around $10, which would mean that there is limited downside potential. We are looking at only a 15% downside. And so until this goes public and then merges with Securitize, it has a floor of $10. And so in my opinion, this is a great opportunity, right? Limited downside potential. It is partnered with Blackrock. Blackrock is continuing to push further with tokenization. And so this has not officially been announced yet. This is a rumor as of October 10th. However, I think this is being overlooked. Now, I want to show you some behind the scenes information. I posted this right here, that CEPT is the next best opportunity in my opinion. Currently sitting at $12. Tokenization is the future. I had nothing to say about Securitize in this post. Well, we had Carlos Domingo, which is the CEO of Securitize, like this post, and then also follow. And so I think this is already being finalized. Just days before, we had Kathy Woods invest $10 million into Securitize. And then we got the news that we could see Securitize go public through this SPAC. And so this is definitely something to be paying attention to. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team here for Securitize. We have Carlos Domingo, which is the CEO, as we just mentioned. We have the board of directors, including John Steele, the managing director at Blackrock. We have Morgan Stanley. They have their advisory board as well, which includes James Wallace from Ripple, the VP of Central Bank Engagements. And so this is definitely something interesting. Ripple is invested in Securitize as well. We have Blackrock, we have Morgan Stanley, we have ARK Investing involved, and then we could also see Securitize going public through the SPAC. And so I think this is a great opportunity, right? This is a stock that I am probably going to hold on to for 5 or 10 years. As we get further into tokenization, now this is not going to happen overnight. It is going to take time. However, BlackRock is always a leader in the space. If BlackRock is focusing on tokenization, they have been talking about it for more than 1 year. This is where the markets are heading. And so if you enjoyed this video and found this information to be helpful, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe for future videos, and I hope to see you in the next one.